My girlfriend said. I need space. Let's just be pals. I responded, fine by me. Then I removed her from our shared subscriptions, took back her car keys, and reset the Netflix password. 3 days later, she was frantically banging on my door. I, 32, male, am sitting in a silent apartment for the first time in 4 years. It's odd, not unpleasant, just quiet. 2 nights ago, my girlfriend of 4 years, Lena, 29, sat me down on the couch we chose together. Her face had that serious, detached look. My stomach sank. We need to have a conversation, she began, textbook breakup vibes. She spoke for about 10 minutes, self-discovery, feeling trapped, needing to reconnect with herself. It was a polished speech, heavy on therapy jargon and empty phrases. The punchline came with a gentle, almost condescending smile. I think we'd be better as friends. I need some room to breathe. I've seen this script before, read the breakup forums. The usual move is to get emotional, beg, ask what went wrong. The hurt hit hard, like a kick to the chest, but watching her deliver this rehearsed sincerity, something clicked. This wasn't a discussion, it was a decision. So I didn't cry or argue. I nodded slowly and said, all right, if that's what you need. She looked surprised. Oh, okay. I'm glad you're being so reasonable. She said she'd crash at her friend Zoe's for a few days to give us space. She packed a small bag, gave me an awkward pat on the shoulder, and left. When the door clicked shut, I exhaled a breath I didn't know I was holding. The pain was there, a heavy ache, but beneath it was a strange clarity. Pals. She wanted to be pals. Fine. I'd treat her exactly as she'd proposed. Not as a partner, but a friend. Our lives needed to be untangled. I'm a planner. I like structure. I opened my laptop and made a list. Shared accounts first. I checked my bank statements. The big ones were obvious. Netflix, a shared music streaming plan, the grocery delivery service we both liked. I owned all the accounts. I changed the passwords, removed her from the music plan, and canceled the grocery delivery. It was up for renewal tomorrow anyway. Saved about $120 a month. The car was the big one. 2 years ago, Lena's old car broke down. I'd just gotten a raise, so I bought a dependable hatchback. It's fully in my name, title, loan, insurance, all me. She drove it most since I work remotely and rarely need it. It was her car in practice, but mine on paper. A friend doesn't drive a car I'm legally and financially liable for. The insurance risk alone is a problem. I texted her, calm and direct. Hey, since we're taking space and moving to friends, I'll need the car back. Insurance gets tricky if a non-resident is the primary driver. Let me know when I can pick up the keys. I can come to you. The apartment was mine too, only my name on the lease. She moved in 2 years ago, no legal ties, which was a relief. I didn't touch the locks yet, figuring she'd get her stuff like a reasonable person. I did all this in an hour, not out of spite, but to set boundaries, to match the reality she'd outlined. If we're just friends, this is what that looks like. I sent the car text 48 hours ago. She read it, didn't reply. The grocery service emailed her about the cancellation. She'd have noticed the Netflix and music passwords failing by now. Silence, until the knocking started. It wasn't a normal knock, rapid, sharp, urgent. I knew it was her. And from the sound, she wasn't here for a friendly chat. Update 1. Thanks for all the comments and messages. It's reassuring to know others have navigated this mess. The knocking. I took a deep breath, checked the peephole. Yep. Lena, looking disheveled, hair wild, face tight with frustration. I opened the door. What's your deal? She launched, no greeting. I leaned on the doorframe. Not sure what you mean, Lena. My music app kicked me out mid-playlist. Netflix is locked. And you're demanding the car? What are you doing? I kept my tone steady. I'm doing what you asked. You wanted space, to be friends. Friends don't share streaming accounts or cover each other's cars. I'm just sorting things out. She gaped, like I'd spoken in code. Sorting things out? I said I needed space, not for you to dismantle our entire life. I need the car for work tomorrow. I get that it's inconvenient, I said, meaning it. But the car's mine, my responsibility. I can't have a non-resident driving it. Insurance issues. You can grab your stuff from the apartment anytime. Just let me know, so I'm here. That's when the entitlement surfaced. My stuff? We live here. That's my car. I bought it while we were together, I corrected calmly. You ended that. We're friends now. This is me treating you like one. She threw her hands up. This is insane. This isn't how you treat a friend. It's petty and spiteful. My God, Ethan was right about you. There it was, Ethan, her coworker. The one she'd been grabbing drinks with too often lately. The one whose texts lit up her phone at odd hours. I'd ignored my instincts, trusted her. A flicker of something must have crossed my face because she backpedaled. That's not what I meant. Who's Ethan, Lena? I asked, voice low. Just a work friend. He's been supportive through this. Through what? Your choice to end our 4-year relationship. You're twisting it, she snapped. I needed a break, some space, and you're doing all this? You're controlling, just like he said. So that was the game. Ethan had been whispering in her ear, framing me as the bad guy, likely to slide into her life. Lena thought she could keep me as a safety net. My car, my apartment, my money, while testing a new romance. The nerve was staggering. I held out my hand. The car keys, Lena. She stared, eyes blazing with disbelief and anger, then scoffed. No, I need it. I'll ask once more politely. Please give me my keys. She crossed her arms. What if I don't? I'll call the police. It'd be a bad look for you. I didn't flinch. Okay. I didn't call 911. Instead, I opened my car's app, located it parked nearby, and with a few taps, locked the doors and triggered the alarm. The horn blared, sharp and relentless in the quiet night. People turned to look. What did you do? She shrieked. Lock the car, set the alarm. It'll keep going until I stop it. Next step's reporting it stolen. It's in my name. That'd be an awkward talk for you. So last time, the keys. Her chest heaved, eyes wide. The alarm wailed on. Defeated, humiliated, she rummaged in her bag, movements sharp and furious, and slammed the keys into my hand. I tapped the app. The alarm stopped. The silence was heavy. Now, I said, voice icy. You've got 48 hours to schedule a time to get your stuff. After that, I'm changing the locks. She glared, pure venom, then turned and stormed off. I closed the door, hands trembling, not from fear, but adrenaline. This wasn't just a breakup anymore. It was something bigger, and I sensed it was far from over. The past week has been a lesson in escalating entitlement. I feel like I'm in a drama I didn't sign up for. The 48-hour deadline passed. No call, no text from Lena. So, as promised, I had a locksmith re-key the apartment, $230, but worth the security. I also installed a small camera in the living room, aimed at the door. My gut said it'd be useful. It was. The next day, the first trick hit. My bank called about a fraud alert. Someone tried reporting my card stolen via the automated system, but flubbed the security questions, triggering a review. I confirmed I had the card, and they added extra protections. 2 days later, a bigger move. A calendar invite for a mandatory discussion with HR. The subject was vague, just personnel matter. My manager, Tom, and an HR rep, Lisa, were included. My stomach knotted. In the meeting room, they looked serious. Lisa spoke, calm and professional. Thanks for coming. We received an anonymous email with serious claims about your behavior outside work. Policy requires us to inform you and discuss. She showed me the email from a throwaway account, sent to her and Tom. It painted me as erratic, controlling, and harassing an ex, meant to make me seem like a workplace risk. I stayed composed. Lisa, Tom, this is embarrassing, I began. My girlfriend and I split last week. It's been messy. This email is her retaliating because I took back my car and canceled joint subscriptions after she ended things. That's not who I am. Tom leaned in. Lisa, I've supervised him for 4 years. He's one of our most steady employees. High-pressure projects, tough clients. He's always professional. This email doesn't match the person I know. Lisa nodded. Do you think this will escalate? Could it affect the workplace? No, I said firmly. I've secured my home and finances. This was a desperate act. It won't happen again or impact my work. Lisa closed her laptop. We're documenting this and your response. Based on your record and Tom's input, we see this as a personal matter, no further action needed. The employee support program is available if you need it. I left shaken but relieved. She tried to hit my career. This wasn't a game anymore. That night, my camera proved its worth. At 10:45 p.m., a motion alert pinged my phone. The live feed showed the doorknob turning, someone trying a key. It jiggled, stopped, then tried again. It was Lena. When the key failed, she stood there, staring at the door for a minute, then left. I saved the clip. That was it. She tried my job, my home. No more being the bigger person. This was about protecting myself. I needed a decisive move to cut the last tie and expose her game without her twisting it. Then I remembered her parents. Lena's parents, Robert and Diane, are solid people, practical, no frills. They always liked me. When I bought the car, they'd given us $5,000 toward the down payment, a gift for our shared future. I hesitated. This felt like a big step. But she'd crossed worse lines. I texted Robert. Hi Robert, hope you and Diane are doing well. You may not know, but Lena and I have broken up. I'm selling the car and want to return the $5,000 you generously gave us, as it doesn't feel right to keep it. What's the best way to send it? 5 minutes later, my phone lit up. Robert, what's this about? Lena said you had a minor argument. Call me. I took a deep breath and dialed. The tide was about to turn. Final update. It's done. Truly, finally done. The past weeks have been a slow-burning explosion, and I'm just now stepping out of the debris. The call with Robert was intense. I laid it out calmly. The breakup, the car, the subscriptions, the email to my boss, the door footage. I offered to share the evidence. A long pause. Diane and I are coming down, he said, voice tight. We need to know what's happening. We'll be there tomorrow. They met me at my apartment, looking weary. Diane's eyes were red. Robert was stone-faced. They were polite but guarded, torn between loyalty to their daughter and my claims. We just want the truth, Diane said quietly. Lena's our daughter. She's upset, says you're misrepresenting everything. I understand, I said. Words can be spun. Video's clearer. I showed them the footage on my laptop, Lena trying a key at night. Diane gasped. Robert's jaw tightened. I want to believe there's a reason for this, he said, doubt in his voice. Let's ask her, I suggested. Call her now, on speaker. Robert glanced at Diane, nodded, and dialed. Hi, Dad, Lena answered, overly chipper. Lena, Robert said flatly, we're at his apartment. He showed us a video of you trying to get in with a key last night. Explain that. Silence. What? I wasn't. You were worried at 11 p.m., using a key you shouldn't have, without calling. Robert pressed. He's twisting it. He stole my car, she shrieked. He's offering to repay the $5,000 we gave for it, Robert said coldly. Which you didn't mention, nor that you broke up, not just argued. What's going on? Her story collapsed on speakerphone, crying, accusing, deflecting, a total wreck. Robert cut her off. We'll talk later. Stay put. He hung up, looking at me, anger and shame mixing. I'm sorry, he said. They called Lena to the apartment. She arrived 20 minutes later, paling when she saw them. The confrontation wasn't loud, it was a dissection. Her parents, armed with facts and her own incriminating call, unraveled her lies about staying with Zoe, Ethan being just a friend, me being the bad guy. The fallout was swift and severe. Her parents said they were ashamed of her deception, demanded she repay the $5,000 herself, and cut off all financial help. She had 48 hours to get her things without their aid. She was on her own. Lena sat there, deflated, fight gone. She'd built her plan on deceit, and I'd simply pulled the key piece. A moving company, likely paid by credit card, came the next day. Lena stayed in the truck while they efficiently cleared her stuff. Selling the car took 2 weeks, some low offers. Then an online dealer gave a fair price. They picked it up yesterday. Once the funds cleared, I sent Robert and Diane the $5,000. Robert's reply was brief. We're deeply sorry. Wishing you well. I've blocked Lena, Ethan, and their circle. I don't know their status, and the freedom of not caring is incredible. The quiet in my apartment isn't strange anymore. It's peace, the sound of a chaotic chapter closing for good.